As Arsenal cruised to an impressive 2-0 win over Leicester to continue their impressive run, there was a sense that this had been the game Mikel Arteta had been waiting for. With a young lineup and all 6 of their summer signing featuring, this was a nod to the future that Mikel Arteta has building towards for the entirety over the last 12 months at the Emirates Stadium. It was the excellent Bukayo Saka who whipped in the corner for Gabriel to head home and hand the Gunners an early lead. Emile Smith-Rowe then continued his impressive form in front of goal with his 4th of the season, striking home with aplomb from 15 yards. The signing of Aaron Ramsdale had attracted criticism over the summer, but the England international was the best player on the pitch, making 4 crucial stops to keep a clean sheet. And that gave some vindication for the Arsenal head coach, who splashed the cash on new arrivals this summer and is finally reaping the benefits. Arteta spent £150 million on Ramsdale, Ben White, Martin Odegaard, Albert Sambi Lokonga, Nuno Tavares and Takehiro Tomiyasu. That sum was the most spent by any Premier League manager as he revamped his Arsenal squad following successive 8th-placed finishes in the league. David Luiz, Willian, Lucas Torreira and Joe Willock all left, and it seemed that was a clear message from the Spaniard as he looked to assemble a squad capable of challenging for Europe not just for next season, but for years to come. But there is one issue he is still yet to solve and, heading into the January transfer window, it is a situation Arteta must seek to resolve with sporting director Edu Gaspar. As it stands, Alexandre Lacazette will be free to discuss and sign a pre-contract agreement with any foreign club from January 1 as his contract is yet to be renewed. Talks broke down last year with the Frenchman and there does not appear to much hope of the two parties finding an agreement. Still, while his future remains up in the air, Lacazette has been making an impact on the pitch. He has been forced to work his way back into Arteta's plans after being handed outings in the early rounds of the Carabao Cup. But his goals against West Brom and then AFC Wimbledon showed there is still life in the former Lyon star despite his contract uncertainty. He then came off the bench to rescue a late point for Arsenal in the 2-2 draw against Crystal Palace with a stoppage-time equaliser. And after sitting on the bench, waiting for his chance, Lacazette was handed a start behind Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It was a tactical move from Arteta that paid off handsomely in the first half, knowing that Lacazette would work tirelessly off the ball to unsettle the Leicester defence. He was also instrumental in helping the ball reach Smith-Rowe for the second goal at the King Power Stadium. It was no surprise when Lacazette trudged off before the hour mark to be replaced by Martin Odegaard as Arsenal looked to preserve their 2-goal advantage, and they did just that. But Lacazette had shown to his manager just how valuable he can be, even if it is in a supporting role rather than their main protagonist. Additionally, Aubameyang tends to perform better when he has Lacazette alongside him rather than operating as a lone forward. Getting the best out of the Gabonese is crucial to their chances of qualifying for Europe this season and Arteta knows it. It remains to be seen whether the Gunners will be able to convince Lacazette to stay, or if they will offer him longer than a one-year deal after making a catastrophic error with Willian. But former Arsenal defender Martin Keown underlined the importance of keeping seasoned professionals like Lacazette around while Arteta's young Gunners learn the ropes. This is the youngest group of players on average in the Premier League, he told BT Sport. If you think that the building at the training ground was a place of learning. The message was between 23 and 30 you don't win anything until you get players of that ilk. There's not many in the building and there's one there, Lacazette. You need to love him and keep him and I believe he's playing for a new contract. Another year, fine. If he wants to go further than that then it's not healthy but those were the rules at that football club. Lacazette may decide to seek a new challenge, with Atletico Madrid retaining an interest in the France international, and that would be no surprise. He would have spent 5 seasons with Arsenal following his £52 million move from Lyon in 2017. But it should not be ignored that he finished as the club's top scorer last season with 13 goals, and his committed display against Leicester only proved that he remains dedicated to the club's cause. Unless Arteta wants to fork out another sizable fee to replace him, the Arsenal boss must do all he can to keep Lacazette at the club.